good to see we have no snow. Hey, what's cracking, guys? Hope you guys are cool. How's it been? How's the week going? Mine's not been bad. Busy as usual. The snow is melting, so that's a good thing. As you can see, when I went out earlier today, it was really nice, but it's still cold though, so it's one of those things. Yesterday, I saw one guy wearing shorts. I know it was kind of warm in the day, but then I don't even understand, man. Some people are just different. Oh, by the way, hope you guys enjoyed my little launch sequence. Or it could be dinner or breakfast wherever you are in the world. Showed that with my Sony Xperia PRO-i. It just shows you what you can do with the phone. And I deliberately did that to segue into what this episode is really about. Context. Before the cold swept in, I was actually invited to a garlic festival by my friend Lucia. And I decided to take my Sony Xperia PRO-i along and no other camera. To help me on that trip, I picked a couple of accessories. One of those was the anchor work. That's basically our lav system that has the 2 transmitters and the 1 receiver. Also, I had my beloved Ulanzi tripod. That's the MT71. And I used a mobile phone clamp that came from my other travel tripod, which basically just screws in like so. And finally, I decided to use an ND filter. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with ND filters right now. We'll talk about that later. But basically, it's like sunglasses for your camera. What that does is it just helps you manage exposure, especially with phones that don't have a big sensor. Sometimes the light outside is too bright. Even though the Xperia has really good manual features for you to play with your ISO and all that stuff, it was really nice to be able to have an ND filter so I'm not fiddling directly too much with those settings once I get it to the base. And then I just use the variable ND filter, which kind of just acts like a sunglasses, but it's variable, i.e. you can change how many stops or how dark or how less dark or bright you can make it. To achieve that, I used something called a Moment clamp. So Moment is like a brand that does these clamps. So it just clamps on the phone at the back, and then you kind of just let the lenses shine through. But that's what the ND filter looks like. As you can see, it looks like a shade. It's a bit dark, and also there's an ND already on my camera. But if you look closely, you can see that when I spin it, it's allowing some more light. It's very close, but if I spin it, it's closing the light. So that's basically what it does. And when it's outside and it's really bright, it really helps. This one is a 6 to 9 stop from a company called Freewell. Freewell does really good filters. And also it's got a bit of mist on it. So it's like the VND Mist series. The mist basically just adds some softening. And that's really nice for phones because phone sensors tend to look very sharp because of the processing, trying to just make it sharper and all that digital stuff. Without further ado, this is me out in a garlic festival, trying different garlicky things. Hello. Thank you. She's forming officials. All right. So just met Lucia. Lucia, say hi.
No, I didn't just meet him. I met him like 20 something years ago.
Yeah. So me and Lucia went to school in Sierra Leone back in. Well, let's do English because my audience is international. So I wouldn't want to stress them or give me the stress of having to do a whole subtitle. However, however, if you organically want to speak Creole at any point, you can do it. I'll kind of have to translate it.
Doors to open on the left.
I don't know if they have Creole algorithm yet, so I'm not sure.
It's Creole Bible, so there will be Creole.
Actually, that's something to check. We're going to
The garlic festival.
Yeah.
To go have some garlic ice cream.
I'm still trying to work out what the hell garlic ice cream. Anyway.
Actually, my husband yesterday told me because he always thinks it's weird my stuff, and he's like, you know what? I met someone yesterday who said they put hot sauce on ice cream. I'm like, what?
Hot sauce on ice cream. Anyway, there's gonna be like meat with garlic on it.
There's gonna be pasta.
Exactly.
There's,
so
garlic butter tart.
Garlic butter tart. Okay, cool. So we're on the tube now.
You've had butter tart before, right?
I'm not sure. I've had tarts before. I'm sure they put butter in it. I didn't know if it had garlic in it.
So tart, it had butter.
All right. So we're now on the one line going to Vaughan and
going to Coupon. We're gonna get on Coupon.
Yes. So Garlic Festival, look out, here we come, and wish me luck.
We're supposed to, as it's explained, smell the garlic from the DuPont subway. Once we get out, we're supposed to start smelling garlic.
Okay, you can't miss the smell of garlic.
No.
All right. DuPont. Sounds French. And now we're standing at Spadina and DuPont.
And it says walk north.
Okay, first of all, pop quiz. What rhymes with Spadina?
Boys have a penis, girls have a
vagina.
No comment. So.
The map will get you lost.
No, it won't. Hey, see, here's your map. The map is showing you where you need to go. That's where the big garlic thing is. Anyway, but we're feeling the festivity already. Here we are. We have people sitting over. This is so cool. We can smell the garlic. I don't know if you guys can smell it from there, but trust me, everything here is garlicky, even the chocolate. Oh, there's a queue here for some bubble tea.
Okay, Anis, we need a plan. Hello?
Yeah. Garlic shot station.
Garlic ball cracking contest.
Okay.
Garlic breast.
So this is basically the program. So scan your QR. I'm sure it will tell you everything on your phone. First station. Garlic, lime, and coriander, is it? Okay. Interesting. And then you take a piece of coriander with it?
No, this is parsley.
Oh my gosh, I said coriander. They look so alike. They're like from the same family. Let's try that. Okay. How's that? It's like to prep your mouth for whatever is to come. Look at you! And you say you want to eat garlic ice cream. That's more like it. Let's get some meat. Ah, fantastic. Wow, look at that. We're gonna have the samosa, which is gonna be definitely doused with garlic. Letting Lucia do the honors. That looks like ours. So this is the samosa with hot sauce. Has it got meat in it? Does it look like it's got meat in it?
No, it's
Potato samosa. I'm disappointed already. Come on, man. I need meat, Lucia.
That was like a big bite.
That's all yours. Oh my gosh. How long did you guys stand for that?
30 minutes.
45 minutes for an 30 minutes for an ice cream? Wow, look at that. Garlic ice cream must be important, man.
Okay, we'll go around, then we'll find with line one.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, let's go around then. Okay, so we just hit the Mexican food joint. There's a little queue. We've been standing. Lucia is gonna try the taco thing. Lucia, what are we buying here? Pocos. What are we buying? She's in the zone. What's you do now? Shuffle or nah?
I'm shuffling because I can't do my salsa.
Okay. So yeah, so this is like a little taco kind of thing. We're gonna try that and see how that goes. We have the chicken halal fajitas, carnitas, fish tacos.
Separate thing.
Okay, so what are we having?
Pulled pork.
Oh, that's a pulled pork. So you want the chicken thing?
No, I want this one.
Okay, so we do carnitas is this?
You
Carnitas?
want the fish taco? Or
No, I'm
fish?
not big on the fish. Let's do the carnitas, the pulled pork.
But I don't want guacamole on mine.
It's okay. They can put guacamole on my corner. Well, I know this food will be sweet because the man is dancing. He loves his job.
Just that small.
No, because if I bet too much, it will go.
That's small.
No. Don't tempt me, woman. Oh, no, it's gone. It's gone. You had one job, Lucia. Eat a taco. Next minute, you're throwing limes everywhere on people. Hi, Siam. Not bad. It's real street food, you know? You got that street food vibe going on. Yeah. And we're gonna get the Finsicles vanilla chocolate blend, and it's dairy-free, gluten-free, organic plant-based, refined, sugar-free. Okay. 2 Finkles, please. Finsicles, not Finkles.
Finsicles. You know why?
Why?
My last name's Finn. Chef Doris Finn. Instead of a punch.
Ah, Doris Finn, Chef Doris Finn. Well done, Chef. Thank you. And my one?
We did have black garlic, but
Mmm. Very Finsically.
In front of the red.
Thanks, man. Want to try some coffee? It's Triple Cup coffee. It's infused with some garlic, apparently. That is so skillful. I've never tried that before. How do you tell the liquid where to go?
Because the government says that
It's the only magic trick I know.
Okay, I'll try it. I have a Chemex at home, actually.
Oh, do you?
And one for us. Okay, she's my hand on this one.
thank you.
Cool, thank you. Thank you so much. Just more like just regular coffee.
Pretty much, I think that we've had too much garlic.
We've had too much garlic.
I've had too much garlic.
You can get the aftertaste.
Yeah,
It
but
could
I don't
just
know-
it could
I
just
don't
be
exactly-
yeah, it could just be the old
I
garlic.
don't know if it's the previous garlic or not.
Yeah, pro tip, if you're going to a garlic festival, go for the garlic coffee first, because if you eat anything garlic before that, you will not know how garlicky the coffee is. Except they just blend garlic with a hint of coffee for you.
You ain't seen nothing lately.
She made me miss my sausage.
I can make you happy.
She made me miss my sausage.
Go to the end. To make you
Do your walk of shame. You made me miss my sexy meat.
So you want the hot dog over there?
It's alright, let's get the ice cream. Action! Move! Approach thee! Okay, what's this?
This is supposed to be chicken.
You're not even sure, are you? Hope there's no potato in there again.
Tamarind and hot sauce.
Okay.
And then this is the crowning
The pièce leur résistance. Oh, okay.
There's some Madeira.
Oh, okay. That looks like mine.
Yeah, this is yours.
Okay, I'll go down for you. Go ship them. All right. Okay, still in the queue. We've made some progress.
Made some progress. I met a garlic festival fanatic
Okay,
who's gone all the way to California
for garlic.
for a garlic fest.
Wow. That's
And
an.
she's like, yeah, and she has the ice cream, so she just on the ice cream. So she's like, it's so nostalgic. I'm here again.
It's crazy. Anyway, I'm actually looking forward to this ice cream. See how it tastes. Hopefully, it will be worth the wait.
I would actually like to get one thin sickle.
Okay, one more for the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could.
and then that's it.
We could. This is Lucia Heaven right here. We got black garlic, fennel, vanilla, mango, coconut, lime leaf. I bet she's gonna go for the chocolate garlic rosemary. Let's see. Oh, this is the bourbon, and this is the chocolate garlic. They look alike, but that's cool. Thanks, man.
I don't know how you know.
Let me just throw this one. Okay, cool. Cheers, thanks. All right, all right, all right. Ethiopian, right?
Ethiopia.
Okay, and then we have the garlic ice cream over there,
Oh,
and
wait a minute.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Wait
saying? How's that verdict? 0 to
wait
10.
a garlicky moment.
Did you taste it?
Yeah, you get it's a hint.
A hint of it. Okay,
'Cause
cool.
You know what chocolate ice cream tastes like, right?
Yeah.
So then you notice that, yeah, there's a garlic in it.
And this one is the bourbon chocolate thing, which kind of tastes like regular ice cream with a bit of bourbony taste.
And your ice cream is melting.
And it's really nice, and it's melting, so I need to eat it quick. Last stop is our little bubble tea slash fruit slush thingy stand. Need to get something to drink, a bit of lemonade, wash it all down. Thank you. I think we've done the festival justice. We had the infamous garlic ice cream,
Chocolate garlic ice cream.
chocolate garlic ice cream, and it was well worth it. I think
Yeah, it
it was a good day.
You can taste the garlic at the end because once the ice cream melts, then you can actually taste the garlic.
Yeah, so to wash it all down,
Pink lemonade.
pink lemonade, which I'm about to try now.
Very lemonade-y.
How is it?
Oosh, oosh, oosh. Heaven, right?
Very nice. It's sweet-ish, a bit sweet for me, but it's nice. So, Lucia, we're signing out. Any last words?
Make it to the next garlic festival.
Make it to the next garlic festival.
Worth it.
It's worth it. I think it is too. And anything that has garlic is not so bad. And plus, legend says it gets the vampires away.
And if you can try all the different garlics, because they have black garlic, Russian garlic, something else garlic,
Yeah.
Polish garlic.
Polish garlic, all the garlic. Side note, the Russian garlic looked like nobody wanted to touch it. I don't know why. Anyway, we're all one. We should all eat all our garlics and be happy. That's
And all our burritos.
and all our burritos
And all our tacos.
and all our
And don't
tacos.
make the burrito go into the tacos.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, that's it from me. I'm signing out. And also, I hope you guys.
Get that, did you?
Oh, sorry. No. No, I didn't get that. I'll ask you off camera what that is. But before it gets.
Is this PG?
Yeah, this is PG. Before I get like demonetized, let's.
And we thank God we got here. And I think subscribe.
Yes, subscribe, like, drop a comment. You know how the YouTube algorithm works. And let's do this again. Peace.
End of flashback.
I hope you enjoyed that. I actually had so much fun just editing that. Because sometimes when you shoot something, you kind of forget how it was. One of the greatest takeaways of it, or the things I really missed, was this rear-facing screen, like what we mentioned, like the Shimbal CP5. I had so many nice shots that I was chopping heads off. I even had to put some of that, just for example, where when I was filming, I didn't really see myself. So it was more like just a leap of faith most of the time. But it's great that you can get accessories like a Shimbal monitor. Also notice that because I was moving around a lot, there were some vibrations and the stabilization in the camera, it wasn't always smooth. Still, I was able to pull enough shots to tell a story, which I always feel is important to focus on. I shot at 4K, 24 frames per second, or in this case, this camera will shoot at 23.98. And also the aspect ratio of 4K is not like full 4K like what you see on your TV. It's a bit narrower, but it's still nice. It does this like cinema scope thing. So I didn't mind it at all. But in general, the footage from it was good. Again, when you have a flatter profile and you can grade it a little bit in post, it's nice. Still on the matter, you don't need to worry too much about what phone you're using, and you should go and do the same. Okay? On the next video, I'm thinking we can do some lighting things, because I know lighting is one of those things that spooks people out. Lighting doesn't have to be difficult, especially when you're doing content and stuff like this. I'll share my own lighting techniques and how I light my stuff, and just kind of look at how you can use what you have in the best way, which is why we're doing this, right? It's been great, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. You know what to do. Like, subscribe. I'll give you guys more time at the end of the video, because sometimes I feel stressed when I'm trying to like a channel and I was so inspired by a video I watch, and then my TCL TV remote is slow, and by the time I'm trying to move it, the video ends. So don't worry, I'll leave a little bit of time for you guys. I can leave some time now. It's always great to be here, guys. You guys make me come out. Let's do it again soon. Peace out.